WCBI meteorologist Trevor Birchett. It is just after 2 o'clock on Saturday, September 12th. We've got some new information for you coming out of the tropics that we wanted to pass along. We have a new tropical storm. Tropical Storm Sally has now officially formed just off the South Florida coastline. Winds are now 40 miles an hour. Pressure is 1,004 millibars, and it is moving off to the west at about 15 miles an hour. That's going to put it into the Gulf of Mexico. And the latest forecast track actually has it continuing to strengthen up to 45 miles an hour by Sunday morning, eventually up to a strong tropical storm and a weak hurricane by the time it makes landfall. A Category 1 storm with winds of 80 miles an hour now expected to make landfall somewhere on the Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, or Louisiana Gulf Coast. But of course, the impacts could be felt outside of this cone. So if it ends up making landfall a little more west, folks to the west of that will see the impacts and vice versa with the storm to the east. Right now, guidance suggests that a landfall is most likely either in eastern Louisiana or on the Mississippi coastline, either late Monday night or very early Tuesday morning. The storm then continues off to the north through central Mississippi, but a cold front coming through from the north is actually going to turn the storm off to the east. So right now indications are that we here in northeast Mississippi probably won't see any major impacts from Sally, but some rain, maybe some gusty winds possible by the middle and end portion of next week. Heavy rain going to be a major concern with this one though, because that front is really going to slow the system down. We're talking about 6, 7, 8 inches of rain possible on the Mississippi Gulf Coast into central Mississippi and western Alabama. But again, notice most of the impacts staying south of our area. That is the forecast, at least for right now. Of course, things can change. And with the warm water and lack of wind shear that this storm is going into, it's a favorable environment for more strengthening. So even though it's only anticipated to be a Category 1 right now, that's still going to cause some flooding issues. But I wouldn't be shocked to see that storm be a little bit stronger. So if you're along the coast or if you have family down there, make sure you're keeping an eye on this storm. But again, most of the impacts, the way it looks right now, are likely going to stay just south of our area. Now, we've only got a few named storms left. We've got Teddy, Vicky, and Wilfred, and then we're out of hurricane names for the first time since 2005. We will likely have to go to the Greek alphabet. Once we run out, that's our backup plan, and we would start over with Tropical Storm or Hurricane Alpha if we get to that point. The latest on Sally and the impacts that it could bring to our neck of the woods coming up tonight on WCBI News at 6. I invite you to join me then.